Supposed to be 10 o'clock, but something I had to take care of, so I apologize that we moved it an hour. Regardless, we continue to work. So this morning we'll do meditation twin hearts, and I cannot overemphasize the importance of having a routine. You know, a routine is what people call a ritual. And if you think about it, a lot of you, as simple as if you have been calling someone on your phone, assuming it's not on speed dial, right? You know, when you used to still type numbers in, you'll remember that, let's say you've been doing it for how many years, and one day somebody says, oh, could you call so-and-so? You go, oh man, I don't remember her number. As soon as you start typing or start pressing keys, you notice that somehow you just knew how to do it. People call it muscle memory or whatever memory. That's because there's a routine that has been set up. Now, what people don't realize when it comes to spirituality is the same thing. When a person is negative and likes to complain, that's also a routine they've set up. You go, oh yeah, but you don't understand my situation. Look, no matter how much you whine, you're always going to have situations. How you respond to it determines what your life becomes. And so if your routine or your ritual is always when something happens, you look at the negative side of it, that's part of your ritual. Then the opposite side of the spectrum is there are people who, when something happens, they always look at the positive side of it. That's part of the routine. And of course, you've heard the proverbial, is the glass empty, is the glass full? Some people like to see if the glass is empty, and some people like to see the glass is full. It depends on where you're at. And one thing I've learned, being with my teacher for so many years, and later also I noticed the same trait that Tony Robbins has, is you look at the possibilities. Whatever that's available for you, glass is full, glass is empty, you look at what is possible. You go, well, is it empty, is it full? There's no glass. There's no glass. Because the glass makes you limited. It's a container, right? You have a glass, half full, half empty, so you're fixated on that structure. Now, once you start experiencing spirituality, you realize you're not limited by the glass. Different way of thinking about it, right? Just like you always hear people say, oh, let's think out of the box. And whenever we have that discussion, I say, there's no box. Forget the box. It's wide open. It's what you make of it. You don't want a box? You want a ball? You want to have a building? Who cares? That's the whole idea, because you, the soul, are a spiritual being of light that you can create in the material world, the emotional world, and the mental world. And this ability to create can be applied to every part of your life. Unfortunately, a lot of people, since they are not aware of that power or that ability, they have a tendency to get enslaved by the negative emotions, because it's easier to be negative for most people. Think about it. When somebody's gossiping, hey, did you hear this? Blah, 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 so on, so on. What happens? You go, yeah. You know why? Because what you do is you tap into an old emotion that you have not released, and then you connect it to the new one. That's why you go, yeah, man, I know what you mean, because many years ago I talked to this person, he did this, and I got thrown under the bus, blah, 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 blah. So before you know it, it goes downhill. So it's easier to be negative than to be positive, unless you have awareness. When you have awareness, you go, okay, I'm not going down that road. That's part one. Awareness. Once you have that awareness, you go, okay, I don't want to go down that path. I'm going to go towards a positive path. Okay, good. But you don't stop there, because that alone, without follow through, inertia takes over. Because you've been used to doing it a certain way, to shift over requires more effort. So the way you do it is, once you start on this new path, okay, I'm going to do more meditation, I'm going to be more positive, and so on, so on, I'm going to create the life I want. You have to keep at it to overcome the old inertia. Now, when you have a routine of doing this over and over and over again, then it becomes easier. The reason it becomes easier because the new pattern starts overcoming or overwriting the old patterns. Make sense? The new pattern starts what? Overwrite. You know, like you type something, you type over it or you delete it. By the time you save, you overwrote, is the right English? You have overwritten the old file that you put together before. And that's a big part. Because if you keep focusing on, oh yeah, I want to have a better life, but you don't understand, many years ago this happened to me. That's not, you're screwed. Because although you want to be positive, you keep holding on to the ball and chain in the past, that's not. Somebody trying to help you, it's going to be struggling constantly if you're going forward, backward. So if you come for me for help, I'll just kick you to the future. If you can't handle it, go find somebody else. Does that make sense? Because a lot of people, they always find a reason why they failed, instead of saying, what are the possibilities that they can succeed? Think about it. It's a shift in your awareness. You say, oh yeah, I've heard that from motivational speakers, but there's one missing ingredient. Once you attach spirituality into it and energy, it becomes easier. Because now you realize any of these patterns that you have in the past that you don't like are patterns you, the soul, the spiritual self, created with your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. And because of that, you can say, wait, I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion, I'm not the thoughts. I am the spiritual self that moved the body in that situation. I am the spiritual self that created those emotions and thoughts in response to that situation. Well, I don't want to do that again. So now I want to create something positive. So I want to be more successful. So therefore, I realize that I have the ability, the power to create the new thoughts, the new emotions, move my body a certain way so I can go in this direction instead of the old one. That's where you add spirituality into your everyday life. Otherwise, all your positive thinking is not going to last because there's inertia. So the first thing you need to do, you have to disassociate from it before. Otherwise, what happens is it's pulling you from the past, you're pulling to the future. Pulling to the past, pulling to the future. So you have to work extra hard to pull it to a positive direction in the future because there's so much dead weight from the past. But if you add spirituality, you go, wait, this stuff is pulling me in the past. These are thoughts and emotions and patterns I create in the future. But these thoughts and emotions are not the I. They're not the spiritual self. I created them that time, not consciously. I created them due to whatever's going on. But now I disidentify. These are not the I. I created them. That alone, for a lot of you, disentangles the soul. Once you disentangle, you go, oh, now I have a choice. Isn't that what happens after meditation? You notice after meditation, whatever meditation you're doing, especially if you practice stillness, when you come back from meditation, you go, it's blank. It's quiet. Isn't it? Because at that time, when you're putting so much awareness and attention to who you are, even in that 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, the body, the emotions, and the thoughts are not grabbing you. Because you temporarily disidentify with them, right? That's why you want to sit in a chair that doesn't affect you or does not bother you. You want to make sure that you don't feel the chair. You also notice that emotions and thoughts become very, very quiet or non-existent. It is only through this stillness that the soul is able to experience they're not the body, not the emotion, thought. They go back to their center, who they are, and they realize, wow, I actually have the ability to create the thoughts and emotions I want, which will affect the actions I do. Then, at that point, you're in a position to make choices to create what you want in the future. That's why when people talk, I can't help it, you don't understand. I go, okay. I'll listen a little bit. And at some point I go, are you trying to convince yourself or are you trying to convince me? If you're trying to convince me, it's not working. And they keep going, I go, go find somebody else, don't waste my time. Because they are more invested in me trying to enable their old behavior than helping them move to the future. So if that's the case, for every person I'm going to spend that time with, I could help 1,000 more people. So this person is so convinced that their life is going down the toilet. Well, go there. Until you have that realization that there's an opening for you to change, nobody can help you. But here's the best news of all. Once they make that choice, then you just give them a step-by-step routine. Okay, step one, disidentify with all these thoughts and emotions with the old I. Because those are not you. You created those. Then you create the future that you want. Then you start arranging the thoughts, the emotions, and actions that will get you to that direction. You cannot move forward until you stop moving backwards. You don't need Einstein to tell you that. Any dummy would have figured it out. I want to go forward, you have to stop going backward. But unfortunately, people like keep going backwards because that's the only identity they know. That's where spiritual practice comes in. That's why spirituality is so important. Spirituality is not to chant, go to temple, church, mosque, synagogue, whatever. That's not spirituality. The religion is the application of spirituality. In other words, you go there, okay, you want to experience one with God, so you do certain rituals based on that religion. But that by itself is not religion. It's not spirituality. That's why there are people who've been in religion doing all the rituals for so many years, but they feel empty inside. They don't feel the connection. Because they're stuck with the physical, emotional, mental part of it, not realizing it is the spiritual self that they're trying to find in order to come back to control the body, the emotions, and thoughts. Make sense? So keep that in mind. You cannot move forward until you stop moving back. So first decide, what are you not willing to do anymore? You say, okay, I had enough. That's why pain can be a good teacher. Because you're, okay, I have enough screw-ups in my life. I don't want that anymore. I want something better. Sometimes you have to hit that rock bottom in order to say enough to move forward. Unfortunately, there's pain involved. What if there's a way to change without going through the pain? Why not? But some people, unfortunately, that's the only way they change, is because they're so invested in their old emotions. It gives them their identity, who they are. So it is only when they hit their head so hard, they go, okay, that's enough. Then they move forward. But if you're smart, you just say, wait, I do want to change. So what are the steps I have to take to get there? Rather than saying, I do want to change, but you don't understand. I have this happen to me. And you go, here we go again. And I'm going, okay, when you're done, call me. Yeah, go. Knock yourself out. Oh. Because oftentimes if you babysit them, and you listen and let they go on and on and on, after a while, the more they dwell in the past, the deeper they dig. And you have to sit there going, why don't you do that on your own time? But people who really want to change, they go, enough. Change course. Make sense? So that part no one can do for you. But once you make that choice that you want to make things better, then spirituality will give you booster rockets to get there. Because at that point, spirituality says, okay, I'm a spiritual being that existed before my body was around. This spiritual being existed because before these positive or negative thoughts came in or created. This spiritual being existed because before these positive or negative emotions existed. So therefore, if I go back to who I am, then I can recreate the life I want. That's practical or pragmatic spirituality. Make sense? Now, that's the reason why every time we do our meditation, as much as we can, we always start with the I am affirmation. I didn't come up with this. You know, I give all credit to what I do to my teacher. I was a big fat mess before I met him. He changed my life, so what I'm sharing with you, I learned from my teacher. Okay, just want to make that clear. So when you do these meditations, you'll notice we always affirm the I am affirmation. Because when you do the I am affirmation, you temporarily dismantle your being. You remove the influence of the body, the emotions, the thoughts, to reveal who the I am is. From there, then you create what you want. Then you do the meditation, and you move forward. That's that. Very simple. So the ones, I know a lot of you are joining me new from UPW. Yeah, don't expect you come to our meditations. Okay, you ready? Okay, bless out. Okay, done. No, that's the technique. But why we do it is just as important. You already noticed, if you are in UPW, you have to have the compelling reason to do something. You have the what. You'll hear this from me many times. If you want to succeed in anything, finances, relationship, physical health, spirituality, you have to know your objective. What is it you want? Then the next thing is you have to figure out why you want it. And then how you're going to do it, right? And when you're going to do it. And then the last one is move your ass. Of course, you heard, what's his name? My good buddy, Joseph McClendon III, right? Attitude. So we're not going to forget that part. So what is your objective? Do you want to get better? Not get better. You want life to improve? Not improve. What is it? Objective, what? And then why you want to do it? Because you're tired of your old life, or you want a better life, you want to get a better life for your family, your kid, whatever. There has to be a compelling, motivating force. Why? And then how you do it. And then this is where usually things break down. When you're going to do it. You're just going to meditate on it, think about it, intend it. That's why I don't like it when people say, oh, yeah, it's all intention. Yeah, right. The road to hell is full of good intention. You heard that before? Intention without execution is completely useless. That's why when people tell me, I want to do this, I go, show me. Oh, I'm gonna experience enlightenment. I'm gonna do this and do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm intending to meditate every day. Okay, that's good. When are you gonna start? Oh, I'll start sometime when I have time. Okay, that's that. It's one of those. Intention but no action. Completely useless. The scheduling, the when is the critical one. That's one thing I learned from my teacher, because I used to tell him, I'm going to spread panic healing all over the world. I'm spreading. No. He looks at me and goes, oh, great. When? When are you going to start? Oh, also when the stars are aligned or something, some cockamamie excuse. The when is when you know if somebody is serious. Seriously, think about it. Anybody, your kids, your parents, your friends, anybody, I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. You go, okay, when? When you're going to start? Do you have a schedule? You talk to the best CEO in the world. You go to, a lot of you have Masters in Business Administration. If you don't have a schedule, you don't have a deadline. No deadline means zilch, zip, nada, nothing happens. Think about it. Without the schedule, throw everything out the window. The schedule is what will make or break anything that you do. I'm going to be enlightened. I want to have more inner peace. I want to love my children. I want to love my wife, my husband. I want this, that. Okay, that's nice. And I have a plan for it. Great. Each part of the plan has its own deadline. Then some go, yeah, but I'm a free spirit. I don't like deadlines. It's, it's stressful. Then go live in a cave. Even yogis have a schedule. Think about it. Because once you have the schedule, then it's a matter of implementation. That's why we're doing this Anchor to Light meditation 6 times a week. As I told a lot of you, I thought it was going to be a 3-week thing. When the pandemic thing, the shutdown stuff started, I thought, we'll do it for 3 weeks to uplift people. Then at some point, people were saying, I really need this routine, and it's really helped me. I said, okay, let's do it for another month, 2 months. Well, guess what? 8, 9 months later, we're still doing it. And we'll continue to do it because we noticed that it's giving people a schedule. A schedule. And God willing, when this thing opens up and I'm traveling as much as I used to and everybody back to their old lives, hopefully you've already galvanized a schedule into your system that whether I'm joining Masako in this meditation or not, it's already part of me that every week I have to do these many meditations because that's my spiritual lifeline. That's it. Make sense? So the scheduling is very important. Many people have this wrong notion that spirituality is just spacing out like you're smoking weed all day. That's not spirituality. That's just spacing out and having a great time in the higher worlds. But true spirituality is actually being spiritually connected, taking that information, taking that inner peace, stillness, and inner strength to be able to improve your life and the lives of others. That's real spirituality. People think spirituality, yeah, I'm a spiritual person. What have you done with your life? Oh, I'm still planning. Mm-hmm. And what do you mean by spirituality? Oh, I'm always swimming in the higher worlds, strumming with angels. That's nice. How many people have you helped? How many people have you uplifted? How's your life? Is it a big fat mess or are things in order? Well, that's not spirituality. That's having a good life. Exactly. Pragmatic spirituality. Extremely important. Because as simple as this, I see this a lot. After this, we'll meditate. A lot of people who are on the spiritual path always have a struggle with their finances. And a deep root to that is because of a wrong perception. They think that money and spirituality don't mix. But in reality, all your good intentions to help a lot of people will not manifest if you don't have the resources and the people to make it happen. Hungry people will stay hungry until people come up with the funds to get the food to feed them. Right? Oh, I want to go on a pilgrimage. Yeah, you can't pay for the ticket unless you want to walk to the Himalayas. Good luck with that. Oh, you need food to get there too, by the way. You get the idea? So spirituality and money are two sides of the same coin. All the great religions, spiritual organizations in the world are well funded. You want to do good? You need resources. If you're dead broke because you did not plan your life, you can't even help yourself. Who are you going to help? Balance. Clear? So I hope that gives you a little background of what we do. I usually start with this every time we have a UPW because I want people who join us to have the same mindset. I am a spiritual being. I'm going to improve my life and the life of others. And I look at life in a practical, pragmatic manner. That's the spiritual people that like to join us in our group. Because that's the only way you can make a difference in the world. If you're smoking something, okay, you're welcome to smoke whatever you like, but that is not spirituality for us. Spirituality is getting spiritually connected, improving your life and the lives of others. That's it. Very simple. By the way, one quick thing. There was a question on one of the comments yesterday that was asking, is smoking contradictory to meditation? Well, first of all, smoking is bad, period. Period. Yeah, but you don't understand. I don't understand, period. No explanation needed. But if you guys want the energetic effect, I'll just take 2 minutes to explain it. It's something like this. If you ever joined a big meditation group, you'll notice sometimes everybody's in practicing stillness, and then out of nowhere, somebody will go, and people go, of all times you're going to cough, why don't you wait till when things are not quiet, when it's not so still, and then you cough? Because a lot of times when you're so still and somebody coughs, it's like a crash landing, right? But if you ask that person, they go, I don't want to disturb anyone, but I couldn't help it. Exactly the point. Now, the key is to understand why. Number one, this is your heart chakra. Below it is your solar plexus. The heart chakra controls your physical heart and your lungs. Your solar plexus chakra controls your diaphragm. So what happens is this. When you're doing meditation, there's a process of displacement. Displacement means as a spiritual energy comes in, it will kick out the lower vibrations. Okay? Now, if a person has lung issues due to health issues, let's say they have asthma, or let's say they live in a very polluted area, or the lungs have been damaged from whatever reason, then as the divine energy comes down, those little blockages in the channels, in the heart, lungs, and everything will be gently pushed out by the divine energy. Displacement. Okay? Now, so that's why some of you, when you're meditating, you feel a slight tightness and it goes away. But if, let's say, there's a lot of it, because I'll just use the example. Let's say a person smokes. When they smoke, the lungs are dirty, and so as the divine energy comes down, flowing through you, you have to realize the dirty energy from smoking is not only the lungs, it's partially in the heart, and also part of that energy moves down to your solar plexus. So when you're doing the blessing, you're doing meditation, as that old energy is being displaced, it has to come out of all these chakras. If there's so much of it, it cannot go out naturally, like just flow out, like ooze out like this. It will trigger a coughing response. The coughing response is the solar plexus is so packed with crap that it wants to quickly release it, so it has to go, like that. Got it? All right. Now, as simple as this. If that person continues to smoke and the divine energy comes down, there's so much it's stuck in the heart, the solar plexus, and the lungs, and you choose to meditate and smoke, that divine energy going through at some point cannot overcome that blockage anymore. And so the more you meditate, the more it builds up on your chest. Over a long period of time, it could, I didn't say will, it could cause heart problems. That's why if you're serious about your spiritual practice, don't smoke. Whatever excuse you want to give. You know, when in class people say, but you don't understand. I go, yeah, I don't. Let's move on. I don't even waste my time listening to them, because everybody's going to say, I smoke because blah, blah, blah. Because you need nicotine? Oh, you're being too harsh. No, I just don't like wasting time listening to people give excuses. Because that amount of time listening to somebody's excuses, I could be uplifting somebody else. Make sense? So if you do smoke, again, this is not a judgment. This is just, you have to figure out what are your priorities. Are you more interested in spiritual development and be able to have a healthy body to work with it, for the soul to use the body? Or are you going to give in to your vices and your addictions and use it as an excuse so you don't spiritually develop? You have to make that choice. So you decide what you want to do. Okay? We don't make judgments here. We just tell you what it is. You take it or leave it. You don't like it, go find another teacher. Easy, isn't it? You like it? Keep going. Let's meditate. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Choa Kok Sui, Mahagu Jameling, we humbly invoke for divine light, love, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you. In full faith, so be it. Okay, put your hands on your heart. Put your attention on your crown. Repeat after me verbally. I should put your attention right here, up here in the head. I am that. I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I, the soul, am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that. A spiritual being of pure energy and spiritual light. I am that. Okay, just be still. Just leave your awareness above your head. Be sure not the body anyway, right? So just leave your awareness above your head, beyond your body. I am that. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There is only oneness. Just leave your awareness floating above your head. Just stay there. You're a being of pure energy anyway. So just put your attention outside the body. You can do it. Listen to my voice. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts, you are the soul. You are a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. That is your true nature. You are connected in one to your higher soul. You are connected in one to the divine spirit within you. You are a child of God, you're one with God, you're one with all. That is your true nature. Be still and know it. Maintain your stillness. Maintain your state of oneness. Open your hands in blessing. Imagine the earth in front of you. Just say, we are one. Now be aware of your heart. Be aware of your hands. Flood the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, anywhere, let me sow unconditional love. Bless your family, your friends, the people you live with peace and with love. The people you work with peace and with love. The city, the state, the country, just bless all of them with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Allow your heart to simply be a channel to bless every person, every being on earth with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and lots of joy. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Again, be aware of your heart. Inhale. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Again, be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. And stay there. You might feel a tingling or a pressure in your crown. That's your crown chakra expanding. So be aware of your crown in your hands. Flood the earth with beautiful golden light. From the heart of God, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. Let all be blessed without exception. Bless your family with golden light. Relatives and friends, flood them with golden light. The city, the state, the country, the surrounding areas, flood them with golden light. So it is. So it is. Now, be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine golden light pouring out of our hands, even brighter than before, filling the entire earth. Again, be aware of your heart and crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale, golden light to the world. One more time, heart and crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine golden light filling the entire earth. Remember your family, your friends, people you know going through difficult times right now. Flood them with golden light. Bless them with hope and with faith and a better tomorrow. So be it. So it is. flood the earth with so much golden light from your heart and your crown flowing through your hands. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness. Let every person and every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all beings in every dimension and every direction above and below be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing, and for many at this time, physical and financial healing and psychological healing. May all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, with goodwill, and the willingness to do good. May all be blessed without exception. So be it, and so it is. Let all be blessed. Just be still, be aware of your heart and your crown, and keep filling the earth with more intense golden light. May all be blessed, so be it. So it is. Now lower your hands on your lap, palms up, keep your eyes closed, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Now a few inches floating above your head, just imagine a beautiful golden sun. Maybe a golden star or a golden flame, your choice. Now be aware of the love within your heart. Send the stream up, up, up to your crown and into that golden light. Again, be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown into the golden light. And stay there. Just look at that golden light. Om. Allow your awareness to just drift into that space before the next Om. Om. Be still. Allow your awareness to just simply melt into that golden light and stay there. Om. Be still and just simply let go now. Gently, very slowly, come back to your body. I know a lot of you don't want to. Slowly come back. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Slowly and gently come back. Take your time. Now gently raise your hands in blessing position. We will release the excess energy our bodies cannot absorb. So visualize your family in front of you, people you love. Fill them all with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed. You can also bless your job, your career, your business with success, with abundance and prosperity. Bless it with golden light. Now aim your hands down. Put your attention on your feet and the base of your spine. Put your golden light down deep into the earth. Let it spread 20, 30 feet around and 20, 30 feet deep down. Flood the earth below us with golden light and verbally repeat after me. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it, and so it is. Keep blessing the earth below you with golden light. So be it. Okay, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers. We thank you. Personally, to my teacher, Master Hokok Sui Mahaguji Mailing, thank you. In full faith, so be it. All right, open your eyes. That was a deep meditation, huh? I have to remind myself to come back. Otherwise, you guys would be sitting and go, okay, what time is it? Yeah, I was gone. I go, oh, I have to come back. Anyway, so I hope you had a good meditation. And as a lot of you know, we always encourage you to do your physical exercises after to assimilate more of that spiritual energy. Now, tonight, 6 p.m., we're on track. We're on the same schedule. So we're going to do meditation again. We'll do the great invocation, and we'll bless the planet, we'll bless your country, the area that's affected by the COVID-19, or people having financial issues. Essentially, we're intensifying the meditation and just pour that energy to the areas that are needed. We are not doing the blessing. The blessings are just passing through us. So we actually have the best part of this, because we get to get our system cleaned out. We get to be instruments to bless the world, and you generate good karma along the way. No downside, right? So we will see you tonight. 6 p.m. would be what? 6 hours and 15 minutes? Something like that. Okay? Now, a quick reminder. Every Friday is Emotional Healing Day. So the ones who are just joining us, we have this weird thing that we do. By the way, we do a lot of weird things. So if you're new to us, my simple motto is, when you do enough weird things, that weird thing becomes normal. Okay? So here's the plan. To get the most out of this, try to get a bucket of salt water. 1 or 2 buckets, depending on what you want. You can do 1 big basin or 2 buckets. Essentially, you have warm water, whatever comfortable water for you. Have a handful of salt, 20, 30 drops of lavender oil, or tea tree oil, or sage oil, or eucalyptus oil. Any of those would work. 20, 30 drops. Put in the salt. So when we're doing the meditation, your feet are in it. Then the divine energy flowing down through us, when that dirty energy, lower vibrations are flushed out of your aura, it's literally broken down by the salt water. Okay? It gets the most out of the meditation. Now, for some of you who are new, you might be wondering where that come from. Just to give you a little background, all of us remember that in the New Testament, the Bible, the Lord Jesus was washing the feet of the apostles. And most of us, if we have been going to church or Sunday school, we were told that that's because the Lord Jesus wanted to show humility, right? 2 weeks ago, I was with Tony, and we were discussing this. And he said, yeah, it's for humility. I go, yeah, Tony, that's right, except it's not the only reason. Because if it's the only reason he's doing it, then what comes afterwards doesn't make sense. Because when he was going to wash the feet of the apostles, Peter said, Lord, do not wash my feet. And the Lord Jesus said, if you don't let me wash your feet, you have no part of me. That's a big statement. That's like excommunicating a student or a disciple just for not washing the feet. That's ridiculous. Because the deeper meaning is like this. The aura is brightest on the top and progressively gets dimmer as it goes down because the spiritual energy goes down and it has to go to our emotional mental crap and so it gets stuck. So the heaviest part of the aura is at the lower part of our legs below the knees. So when the Lord Jesus washed the feet of Baal, it's just like removing the cork so the energy can flow through. So if you put your feet in salt water while you're doing meditation, then the divine energy coming down can continue to flush stuff out quickly and efficiently because nothing's getting stuck. Make sense? Now, for some of you who are new, that's part of actually a class that we're teaching in December called Inner Christianity Revealed. These are the inner teachings of Christianity. Remember, every spiritual organization, not spiritual organization, every spiritual teacher have the inner teachings to the disciples, the inner circle, and the outside. So outside, they teach parables. Remember, Jesus said, to you are given the keys to the mysteries of heaven. Them outside are teaching stories or parables. Same thing with Buddhism, same thing with Islam, same thing with Judaism. Every religion have inner and outer teachings. And the secret is inner teachings usually involve energy. So when we do the emotional healing on Friday, actually you can do it now too, it can only help. If your feet are in salt water when we do the meditation, a lot of the stuff gets flushed out, and here are the benefits. Number 1, deeper meditation. Number 2, better emotional control. Number 3, clarity. Because when stuff continues to get flushed out every time you meditate, by the time you want to experience some stillness, you don't have that heavy feeling. Haven't you noticed some of you, you're doing meditation, and finally, oh, it's so still and so quiet. It's like, oh, you're taking off, you're flying, and suddenly you feel like, ooh, you get pulled down. Guess why? It's because the heavy energy did not get flushed out. Clear? So we're going to use every tool that's available to us to maximize the time we have together. And I'm not charging you for this, so my only vested interest is for you to spiritually develop. Alrighty? No Epsom salt. You can use any salt you like. Of course, me Chinese, we like bargains, so I find the cheapest salt I can find. I mean, you just got to dump crap in it. Why pay expensive salt? Right? It's like it doesn't make sense to buy a gold toilet. You're going to poop in it. Right? So if it's salt water, just find the cheapest salt you can find. Just a handful of salt, dump the oil in, put in your feet, do your meditation. Don't make it a big drama. Be practical. So we will see you tonight, 6, and then Friday, the 10 a.m., 6 p.m., we're going to do intense meditation. Once we open up that energy portal, as the energy, the waterfall of energy coming down, we're going to emit like a fire hose to the different chakras where a lot of negative thoughts, negative emotions are stored, and flush the crap out of it. So that you'll have a great weekend. Okay? And we have Thanksgiving meditation and full moon meditation coming up. All right? Namaste. We will see you tonight.